Back on a Friday as we end the week, as always, with Dr. Gorfinkel and a check on the week's health headlines. And Dr. Gorfinkel, let's start with Health Canada. They are out with a warning about these fake or unauthorized GLP-1 drugs. What are they saying about these weight loss drugs?
They're calling them faux Zempics. And, is it any surprise? If the bill comes to $400 a month for these drugs, people are going to run for cheaper alternatives. And where were they going to find them? Online and in stores. And they're called faux Zempics because they're fake. And what do they have in them? Contaminants, uncertain amounts of the real ingredients. So this is a serious problem. And you know what gives it away, oddly enough? It's the Health Canada logo itself, because Health Canada does not allow its logo to be used on anything. So if you see that Health Canada logo, you know you're looking at a fake. And with that fake, you got to ask yourself, are you going to play pharmacy roulette? Because that's what this comes to. You don't know what's in the product. So the recommendation is, of course, go to regular pharmacies and get it. You got to pay up. Too bad. But what's going to happen come June, July, we should see prayer generics coming out. And the price may drop to as low as $100 a month.
Yeah, so that's what's driving a lot of this activity right now online. People just trying to find a more affordable alternative?
Oh, yeah. That's how it's pitched. Cheaper, no doctor needed, just click and ship, basically.
But you're saying if you see the Health Canada logo, that's a warning sign.
That's
Interesting.
Right. That's actually a warning sign that it's fake, because Health Canada does not allow its logo to be used on any product.
That's an excellent point. Okay, good to know. Okay, we got to talk about the cold, because it is gripping much of the country right now. We're the coldest place on Earth, and as we mentioned, also in space.
Yeah.
Well,
in the universe,
well, we're just
really.
comparing ourselves to Mars right now. Who knows if we go further, deeper into space. But anyway, what are some warning signs when people are out and about? Because the kids are still, they're still out there enjoying the winter. Once it gets, winter's cold. We know that. But what are some warning signs you should look out for when it's long-term exposure that you maybe should warm up?
So this is Ontario. This is a large part of Quebec as well. And it is unbelievably cold. We're talking frostbite within 30 minutes at these temperatures. When it's minus 28 or below, you have to understand that's frostbite territory. And so what does the body do in response to cold? It keeps the core warm. So that means our fingers, our toes, our nose, our ears, these are the first things. The blood vessels do this to keep the blood flowing in the center. And so what are the warning signs? So cold hands, cold feet, unable to move them, shivering uncontrollably. This is a sign the body temperature is now dropping, which is extremely dangerous. And that can lead to confusion, slower breathing. Just, it's crazy, but you become sort of a passive person. Well, I guess I'm okay with this.
Yeah.
Danger.
Okay, well, listen, some good warnings there as this deep freeze is set to continue, we hear, right into next week as well.
Think layers. Yeah. Think layers.
And not just Ontario and Quebec. Like we were talking about at the top of the show yesterday. Minus, what did I say? Minus 48?
Yeah, minus 48.
With the wind chill in Winnipeg?
So, all right, also the flu continues to make news, and as flu rates continue to surge, there is some kind of exciting new research that's made some headlines this week when it comes to vitamin D in the flu. What can you tell us about that?
I saw this story. So interesting. So they looked at hospital records of tons of people in the UK, and they found that those with really low vitamin D levels were 33% more likely to be hospitalized with a respiratory infection than those with normal levels. So what does that tell you? Run out and get your vitamin D to prevent your colds, right? But actually, when the research looks at if a person takes vitamin D, does that correct the problem? Does that prevent colds? And the answer is no, it doesn't. So vitamin D probably stands for something else, maybe sunshine, maybe exercise, maybe people who can afford to take vitamin D and know about it. But there are other things. It's not just as simple as take the vitamin D and you won't get sick.
But an interesting link, right, between the vitamin
It's an interesting link,
flu,
but it's
flu.
probably a proxy. Vitamin D may be a proxy for something else. So it's not just as easy as taking vitamin D and not getting sick. They were saying the same thing about COVID, and that has been thoroughly debunked.
Okay. We're going to have to leave it there. Thank you, Iris.
Always a pleasure.
Okay.